Caught on camera, detectives are on the hunt for a serial arsonist. The San Diego Metro Arson Strike Team says on Saturday, September 28th, fires were set in 6 backyards and patios between Ocean Beach, Sunset Cliffs, and Point Loma. News 8's Abby Alford is live in OB with more on the trail of the suspect and the damage left behind. Abby?
Carlo, Ocean Beach firefighters have responded to 6 fires in less than 5 hours that night, and this was overnight. Many people were sleeping, but they kept it from spreading. This was all the buzz in Ocean Beach, with people posting surveillance photos of the suspect who they believed it was. Well, now police have confirmed it and have a $1,000 reward for his arrest. A charred patio, blackened trees, and an easement, soot trailing up a side of a home, burnt bamboo, and a scorched wood pile. San Diego Metro Arson Strike Team detectives say all hit by one arsonist in Point Loma and Ocean Beach.
My son next door was the one that ran in the house
and woke up her husband and son. Martina Doyer says that she wasn't home at the time. And as you walk into the backyard, the homeowner, Martina Doyer, says a plastic shed once stood here, and inside were family memories.
And we had my kids' window books from when they were little. My mother had some fabric. She loved making curtains.
Her neighbor next door says he was awoken too.
Someone said, hey, get out of the house, there's a fire next door.
Detectives say that firefighters responded to 6 fires overnight on Saturday, September 28th, starting at 12:30 in the morning in the 4500 block of Muir in OB and ending at 5 in the morning on La Cresta Drive in Point Loma. We went to all 6 fire addresses, and it appears random, not easily accessible yards. Vegetation ignited, melting trash cans, spreading to a shed.
I'm just glad nobody got hurt.
Police released surveillance video taken from a neighbor's home. It looks like the glow is from the suspect's cigarette. He comes back with something in his hand. Neighbors on Catalina Place shared this home surveillance video of a suspected vehicle.
Keep my eye out, to see. I mean, hopefully they catch the guy.
Because now there's a $1,000 Crime Stoppers reward for the arsonist's arrest.
Hopefully something happened, because this guy is not going to be any better. He's just going to go for worse.
Detectives say that there have not been any arsons in this area since, and they don't believe that the suspect is connected to other arsons throughout the city. They do believe that the suspected vehicle is a white compact SUV, a Toyota RAV4, but some of the neighbors tell us that they believe it's a Honda CR-V. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. That number is 888-580-54, 888-580-8477. Back to you.
All right, Abby, thanks.